Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Before we jump in, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more breakdowns like this one. All right, so today we're diving into the story of a guy named Aarav, a recent grad who's kind of lost in that whole what's next phase after college. But his curiosity ended up leading him to one of the most exciting fields out there right now, data science. We're going to follow his whole journey, from that initial feeling of being at a crossroads to figuring out what data science even is. Then we'll look at how he actually built up his skills, got his hands dirty with his first big project, and really made that leap from learner to pro. And of course, we'll wrap up with the big lessons from his story that you can take with you. Okay, let's get into it. So our story starts with Aarav. He just graduated and he's facing that classic dilemma. I bet a lot of you know exactly what that feels like. Aarav looked at the usual paths, marketing, finance, but they all just felt so crowded. He was really looking for a field where he could actually grow. And that's when he started seeing these job titles pop up everywhere: data scientist, data analyst, and the salaries attached to them, they were pretty eye-opening. It made him stop and think, okay, what is this field really? So that one question sent him down a bit of a rabbit hole. He needed to figure out what exactly is data science and why is everyone suddenly so interested in it? So, to put it simply, it's this awesome mix of programming, statistics, and just plain old business smarts, all focused on making sense of huge piles of data. It's not about just staring at spreadsheets. It's about finding the hidden story in the numbers so a company can make better, smarter decisions. And seriously, you see it working all around you, every single day. You know when a shopping site recommends a product you actually want? Or when your bank sends you a text about a suspicious charge? Yep, that's data science. It's kind of the secret engine running in the background of almost every industry you can think of. Okay, so Aarav was sold. He was convinced this was the path for him. But he knew that just watching a few random videos online wasn't going to cut it. So he enrolled in a structured program to really build his skills from the ground up the right way. His training basically gave him a super clear roadmap. First up, he got his hands on Python for handling data. Then he dug into the stats to actually understand what he was looking at. Next was data visualization, which is all about making data easy to understand with charts and graphs. After that, the really cool stuff, machine learning, where you teach computers to find patterns and make predictions. And then, the most crucial part of all, taking all that knowledge and using it in real-world projects. And believe me, it's those projects where everything clicks. I mean, theory's great, but using what you've learned to solve a real problem for a real business, that's where the magic really happens. So for one of his main projects, Aarav got to work with an online retailer's customer data. He dove deep into their buying habits and built a model that could actually predict which shoppers were likely to buy again. Now, this wasn't some class assignment. His work gave the company real insights that helped them create much more effective marketing campaigns. And that practical, hands-on experience, that was the absolute turning point for him. It's what took him from being a student who kind of got the concepts to being a professional who could walk in and actually solve problems. And along the way, the benefits of this career path just became so obvious. You've got high demand, great pay, and the chance to do work that actually matters. It's like all the things he was looking for when he was so uncertain at the beginning were right here. I mean, the change was just night and day. He went from feeling totally confused about his career to landing his first job as a data analyst, armed with this incredibly powerful and sought-after skill set. So when you look back at his whole experience, what can we pull from it? What are the big lessons for anyone who's maybe feeling a little bit like Aarav did at the start? His story really just boils down to a few key things. 1, picking the right skills to learn really does shape your future. 2, this stuff is totally accessible to anyone who's actually willing to put in the work. 3, you absolutely have to get hands-on experience. It's not optional. And finally, you gotta stay curious. This field is always changing. It just proves that a solid plan combined with actually doing the work is the secret sauce. And the article this is all based on uses Aarav's success to make its final point. It encourages everyone to start their own journey, pointing them to the PCSDS.in platform, which is where he got his start. So if his story got you thinking, you can check out the original article and find more info on their site. And hey, to keep learning with us, make sure you're subscribed to The Explainer. We'll leave you with this to think about. Every single great data science project, every insight that changes a business, it all starts with one simple question. What's yours?